Why hello there, my cuties. And if you're new here, hello. Why not join the tea party and click that little subscribe button? You don't gotta, but if you feel inclined, that would be really cool. So, um, I'm missing an organ. Yeah, the title is not a lie. It's not some fun, funky little title that I thought would be cool to make. No, no. When I was 16 years old, I had to get surgery to get an organ removed. Now, if you've been a long-time viewer, you would probably be aware that I have a lot of health problems. I am kind of regularly at the hospital at this point. Actually, a few weeks ago, I was back at the hospital for a very serious condition that is taking hold of my life in some way, and it sucks. But let's lead up to this and talk about the title of the video. When I was 16 years old, I had to get an organ removed. As I said, it wasn't a fun experience. I think anybody would agree to that. So why? What happened? Well, I had to have my gallbladder removed, and it was because it had black sludge in it, and it was dying. It wasn't getting enough blood. It was basically rotting inside of me. For a long time, doctors never really believed my health issues. I would have to go back and forth between doctors and essentially fight them on trying to believe me. One day, my mom, for some reason, I could not tell you why, she wanted my gallbladder to be checked. They didn't want to, but she was very, very persistent. And eventually we went and got an ultrasound on my gut, and that's when they saw it. My gallbladder was rotting and dying. Now, 16-year-olds don't usually have this issue. This is still very uncommon, but more common, quote-unquote, with much older people in their 60s or so, after years and years and years of eating bad food and general bad habits. So it was a shock to everybody on exactly why that was happening. And for a long time, I really didn't have answers as to why that had happened. All that I had known is that it needed removed. Now, fair warning, I will have a few images of my stomach at the time. It's nothing too graphic, it's just, some images of the scarring and the healing process. So if you're sensitive to those images, I would highly recommend skipping forward, but here are some of the images. I guess it's more proof of anything about the event that happened. For a long time, as I said, I had stomach issues. I was constantly in and out of the hospital. I missed a lot of school. I was pretty miserable. I didn't have really any friends at the time because nobody wanted to hang out with the sick kid. And even when I tried to hang out with people, I would more than often have to call my mom and beg her to come and get me because I felt sick or I was tired or in pain or something. So I just kind of gave up on it. When I went in for surgery, I wasn't scared. They gave me the warning that, as a surgery does, you could have complications and die. That's just the risk of surgery. I was aware of this and I didn't care. I'm gonna be honest. I remember waking up and complaining that I couldn't lay on my side. My favorite side to lay on is the side where the gallbladder is missing. And I vividly remember complaining about that and a nurse feeling really bad that I couldn't do that. I feel like I took it like a champ. All I asked for was pain meds, and I was really, really excited to try and eat a sandwich. Now you might be thinking, that's dumb, why would you be excited to eat a sandwich? Well, we were hoping that this would be the answer. that if I got my gallbladder removed, I could finally start eating food like a normal person. I could finally stop feeling so sick and losing weight constantly and drastically. I ordered the sandwich, I ate it, and I thought, finally, I'm going to be better, and then I instantly threw it up. Although, that's dumb on me to eat sandwich right after surgery. You would think the nurses would recommend something softer like Jell-O, but whatever. As the years have gone on, I've seen some effects of not having a gallbladder. I can't eat overly oily foods, but I never could to begin with. Things like McDonald's, yes, I can technically eat, but I'm always in pain afterwards because I don't have the organ to properly break it down. I tend to avoid very oily foods in general because of that reason. The whole healing process took me about a month, which, according to my doctor, was ridiculous because most people heal within 3 to 4 months. But I feel like I took it like a champ yet again. I was trying to go back to school and just pretend to be normal. Because that's all they ever wanted, was to be normal. At the time, I wasn't going to normal school, quote unquote, because I was too sick. I went to school in this strange little trailer for people that didn't have enough credit or what have you to go to normal school, so we were shipped off to this strange, smaller version of it. If I remember correctly, it only lasted about 4 hours a day, and the school had hoped that this would be perfect for me because I would be able to stay at school and, with luck, go through the 4 hours, but more than often, that's not what happened. I remember the day I went back. I was in pain and agony, honestly. And I sat down to do work. I attempted to eat lunch. Couldn't do it. I just kept wanting to feel normal again. And a few hours in, I had to call my mom and say, I can't do this. I need to go back home. Overall, getting surgery wasn't the scary part. Honestly, if you are ever going in for a surgery, I would say that it's the least scariest thing. If you have trusted doctors, then it's going to be a very simple experience and you're going to be knocked out for the entire thing. Really, the thing that sat with me the most was the fact that it didn't get better. If you're going in for a surgery for something that you can just remove and your life will go back to normal, I envy you. My life never was like that. To this day, I continue to have health problems, and as it stands, as things continue, I will keep getting worse. I had to go to the hospital recently because, yet again, I couldn't keep food down. I had hoped that they would find a simple answer, yet again. Just, this is the issue, here's how we fix it. But, when I sat there, the doctor entered the room and he said, "You're having an episode again." I was confused, and he said, "Well, this is gonna keep happening. It's not because I'm missing a gallbladder. That's not the problem. It's just a constant state of problems. I have scars now, but they're very minimal, honestly, from the gallbladder experience. It's kind of funny, though, when I go to the hospital and they start poking around and they assume it's a gallbladder issue, and I can tell them, nope, that was removed, and they look at me shocked every time, because I am 24, and most 24-year-olds have a gallbladder. I'm trying to stick positive about what's going on with me. I remember I made this video a few years back, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how it turned out, and I thought I would improve upon it. But I don't think I really did. I think I just made it sadder in a way. But I try to look on the bright side of things. I really do. I'm still alive. I can still eat things. I have friends, and things will be okay. Surgery isn't really that scary. I will probably have many in the future, knowing my body. And that's okay. it's okay to be sick. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have days where you feel bad and all you can do is stay in bed. It's okay to go through something like that and take months to need to heal, both mentally and physically. If you're currently going through something similar, even if you're in the hospital right now waiting for your surgery, I wish you luck. And I do think things will get better. It wasn't a end-all, be-all cure for me, but it was something that I needed done, and it helped. And even if things don't improve exactly the way I wanted, doctors are still trying to help, and even if I have to be medicated for the rest of my life, I still have a life. I still can do things. Maybe not like quote-unquote normal people, but that's okay. Why be normal? Normal's boring. To all my chronically ill viewers, just know that you have a voice, and I understand your pain and your plight, and I'm here for you. And for those of you who aren't chronically ill, if you know somebody who is, give them some love. It's hard on a lot of days to live like this, and if they have to go in for a surgery, be there for them. When I went in for mine, I didn't have any friends. I had nobody there. Well, my grandparents, but no friends, nobody to talk to. I was alone, and I think that was the scariest part, was being alone. But I think now, with how my life is, if something similar ever happens, I have people who care for me and will run to my side and help and keep me calm. And I really hope you have people in your life who would do the same. Thank you for watching. I would love to give a shout out to my wonderful and beautiful and amazing Patreons. To my $10 tiers, we have Rakuin, Barry Onyx, Nightmares, The Wanderer Raven, and Strongcules. Hello, and thank you so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. To my $30 Patreon, we have Lee. And to my $60 Patrons, we have Don and Noah. Thank you guys so much. It's been a rough couple of weeks for me between the hospital visits and life just being generally chaotic. And it really, really means a lot to me that I have patrons who will give me money every month and support me every month and love me for me every month. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful and amazing day, evening, or night, wherever you are around the world. And hey, drink some water. Bye!